Done? Okay. So let us start with your second chapter, people. What is your second chapter? Indian Contract Act. Okay, so let us start with your Indian Contract Act, chapter 2. For the next, I believe, I don't know, for the next some 12 days, 13 days, or some 12 days at least, we'll be doing with your Indian Contract Act only. At least for the next 10 days, it will be only Indian Contract Act. So if you look at your syllabus, people, chapter 1 was Indian Regulatory Framework. The chapter 2 has further 9 units under it. And from the exam point of view, the maximum weightage will be Indian Contract Act. So if I take 100 marks, the maximum marks will come from Indian Contract Act only. And the number of units under Indian Contract Act, 9 units are there. That's clear, all of you? After those, people, there is one more act called as Sale of Goods Act. Under this, we have 4 units. After that, Indian Partnership Act, 3 units. And after that, we have only standalone chapters. LLP, Companies Act, as well as Negotiable Instruments Act. So these are the 7 chapters that is there in your syllabus. Once we are done with the Indian Contract Act, you will feel that Indian Contract Act is taking a little time, but that is because the syllabus is vast. Once you are done with Indian Contract Act, you will not even realize that the subject will be done. And so quick the subject will be done. How much ever time we take to do this, we will be doing all this also in the same time. And the entire content will be done. And that's how you can see the weightage also. Is this clear, all of you? Yes. So exam point of view, Indian Contract Act, very important. Yes. Okay, done. So let us start your Indian Contract Act in that first unit, nature of contract. So unit 1, nature of contract. Chapter 2, unit 1. Yes, sir. Oh yeah. Nature of contract. Yes, people. So before I start, what is the chapter named? Indian Contract Act. Amele 1872. Okay. Yes, people. Now what is this Indian Contract Act 1872? We have written something as Indian Contract Act. Now I'm just telling you how is a law made and what can we know with the year. So how a law is always read. Sir, this is called as year of enactment. So whenever you can see the year next to the act, it says when the act came into picture. Like that it will be. For every act you see there will be multiple places you would have seen this year also. Agreed? Companies Act. What is the year? 2013. And your Indian Contract Act that says your 1872. Like this you have Sale of Goods Act 30, Indian Partnership 32. So you have this particular enactments which says when the law was passed. Yes. Now when was the law made, sir? 1872. When did we get independence, sir? 1947. So sir, this is very clear, sir. This is not directly made in the parliament. Yesterday I was telling you, union list to state list to concurrent list to union list to parliament will make the law. Where was parliament in 1872? Where was parliament? No, sir. Indian Contract Act was made by British Raj. Who made a? British. So remember, today onwards, you will be seeing a lot of foreigners in our case laws. Why? Who made the law? They made. What case laws will be there? Their case laws only will be there. Why? Because whatever was made in England, whatever was made in, you can take it as UK. You can see most of the content is similar to your country also, because both the places they only made the laws. So there also, here also, their cases are directly taken also, because the law is same. Understood? What a fair idea, na? Yes, okay. And Indian Contract Act, Indian says it is for India. Contract Act says what is the subject matter? Contract. Agreed? Yes, sir. And this is how we read a enactment. Okay, sir. Now coming to contract. Now what is contract, people? What is a contract in your words? Agreement. An agreement between two parties. And what is an agreement? Contract between two parties. Sir, LHS or RHS, you should understand. Sir, basic questions and all is asked, sir. It's a proof. Then what is evidence? Signature is an agreement? They sign the agreement. Okay. What is agreement? She is like ಬೇಕಿತ್ತ ನಿಂಗೆ ನನಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೂತಿಲ್ವಾ ಓಕೆ ಹಾಂ ಎಸ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ನೌ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬುಕ್ ಅನ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಸರ್ ಹಿಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಡಿಸ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ರೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಹಾಂ ಎಸ್ ಕಾಪಿ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ terms and conditions is called as an agreement. Okay, written document of terms and conditions is called an agreement. Now what is contract? An agreement enforced by law is a contract. What is this enforced by law? Sir, bandbidi ella nave heltive. Why did we take fees and all? Why did you take fees, sir? What is this enforceable by law? Which is approved legally,
If any of the parties to the contract breach it, then it can be enforced in the court of law.
If any of the contracts breach it, it can be
Parties to the contract
breach the contract. You can go to. Okay, got it. Someone also was saying something there. More or less same, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. This is called enforceable by law, na? All of you knew it. Yes, sir. Then you know this unit. We can skip it. No, sir, my God, will not answer you. Okay. So, yes, the basics are correct. Whatever you guys said is right. But, you guys said something. What is that, sir? Okay, let us come back. I'll just write whatever you guys said. One is something you guys said, something called agreement. Okay. Next time you said something called? What is that? Terms and conditions. Enforceable and andrala. Enforceable by law. Okay. And agreement enforceable by law is equal to contract. LHS equal to RHS. Hence proved. Yes, sir. Now let us try to understand. You guys said something called as an agreement to enforceable by law, contract to all of this correct. Now let us try to understand. First of all, why do we have this contract act in our syllabus? Forget syllabus. What is the purpose of contract act to India at least? Why do we need Indian contract act? Why contract? Why do we need contract act? No eye contact, sir. You watch somewhere else, sir. Why do we need contract act? Tilda. No, partnership will come back. It's in the 4th, 5th chapter. No, this one. Why do we need Indian Contract Act?
In order to run the business, there will be certain contracts which will be made by the parties. So, to make it legally, we need something like written evidence to prove it that yes, there was intention to create a legal relationship with each other. That's the reason.
Okay. Now imagine people, whenever you take, say for example, now you tell me, you buy a ticket on a Book My Show platform. You buy some ticket. I don't know which movie is coming. You buy a ticket. You go to a theater. Imagine only you came. Only you alone came. Yes, now the PVR person saw, Macha, one person only came. For that, should I run the AC? Yeah, he will turn off. After 10 minutes, he will realize no one else is coming. He says, the running cost is more than your ticket cost. He will tell you, can I refund your ticket? You go back. I will refund. I will not run the show. I will cancel the show. Now my question to you, can they book my show? Just because one person came, can they cancel the show? Can they cancel? Imagine they cancelled. What will you do? Sir, ayyo, alle odit birtive. What? What will you do? File a complaint? Now, where is it written that if at all I have promised something, I have to obey it? Where is it written? If I don't obey it, what is going to happen? Where is it written? Yesterday we saw COVID. Mitro! Everyone came out. Next to Mitro! No one came out. Agreed? We need, that's the reason we said we are not self-regulated. We need a enforcement, and that is why law is there. Now Book My Show knows I made a promise. If I do not keep up the promise, this person is going to court against me. The court will call me. They are going to take some legal action against me. With that fear, Book My Show will not cancel that particular show. If not, you logically think they will cancel. They have to cancel. Because it doesn't even recover their cost. Imagine if Book My Show is a loss. Imagine the same thing happens with a flight. You search for YouTube videos. People with one passenger, they have, they have still, the flight wasn't cancelled. You can see that. You can see a number of videos on YouTube. But you know what the flight authorities generally say? In your tickets, they would have added one condition, and the condition is that the airlines is at its discretion, they can cancel the flight at their choice at any given point of time because of some non-viabilities. We are free to cancel. Imagine there is a bad weather. You will say, no, humko udna chahiye. You will say, we want to go up, take up the pilot. He will say, risky da, illa, you take da. Can you say that? No, they will cancel. No, whatever is the event on the other end, you will have to plan here. You can't do anything about it. So certain exceptions are there. But majorly, generally, whenever you guys have agreed, according to what you guys have agreed, you will have to follow. Now when admissions are happening, I'll tell you 4:15 to 9:15, the class. After that, I'll find, no, 4:15, 9:15 is not working. Let us do in the morning. Let us come at 4 o'clock, Rahu Kala. And let us end up at 8:30, you guys can resume to your classes. Can we do it? Yes sir, but don't expect us to sit. We'll little sleep. Is it okay? Correct? Now, because I have promised, I have to deliver the time what we agreed on. Getting the point, all of you? Yes, all of you. Now, making sure that all of us are following what we have agreed. Why should we follow? Because there is one law protecting your rights. If at all you do not follow, now they will come and they will make sure that you will follow whatever you promised to do. You will do. And that is the main reason of this Indian Contract Act. So from your syllabus point of view, will it have any impact? The answer is no. In your syllabus, I don't know if it will help you somewhere in your career. But will it help it? This thing help you in your life? The answer is yes, it will help you in your life. You will know what are your rights fundamentally. If something is going wrong, can you do anything about it? You will know what you can do about it. And that is what you will be seeing in this particular chapter. Understood? Pakkana? Okay. So, an agreement enforceable by law is a contract. Okay. Now, yesterday we were doing something called as criminal law, civil law and all. When we were doing civil law, I told you there is something called as private rights. Basically, private laws, public laws. Now, Indian Contract Act is a private law. Meaning what, people? Let us imagine public law. What is public law? Let us imagine police. Now after 10 o'clock, no matter where you are not supposed to play loud music. It is applicable to all of us. Can you make any changes to this? The answer is no. You are not supposed to play loud music after 10 o'clock. If you want to do, there are some approvals required. And that is a law of the country. And that is how we need to follow. You are not supposed to kill anyone. You are not supposed to kill anyone. Are there any exceptions? Are there any exceptions that you can kill this person? It's okay. Are there any exceptions like that? The answer is no. Whereas, what do you mean by a private law? Law does not say anything. The first right is given to you guys only. You decide what you want. Now, I want to sell my class. It is my discretion at what price I want to sell. It's a private law. It is my discretion at what time I want to keep. It is because it's a contract. It's a private law. Within how many days I need to complete, it is my discretion. Now in the same way you go throughout India, how many ever faculties are doing this particular course, they are launching their batches at their own discretion. Because it's a private law. Why are we saying this? Why am I saying this? Remember, Indian Contract Act will come into picture only when your contract is silent. Meaning if the contract you guys have not agreed anything, now you will refer Indian Contract Act. If at all your contract is fair and fine, you have agreed on everything, there is no loophole at all in your contract, then people, you will follow your contract only. You will not come to Indian Contract Act. If your contract is complete, then we don't have any work with Indian Contract Act. Of course, here and there we will be referring to what is Indian Contract Act also. But if your contract is so perfect, then this will not come into picture. That's the reason we call it as a private law. The first power is given to you guys. You decide what you want. If that is silent, then we will come into picture. Understood? 100% Pakka na? Yes sir. So why am I saying this is, because when we are seeing some examples, you might feel, sir, in reality that is not how it happens. Because in reality, you guys have agreed something else. That is how, because in between you guys, if you have already agreed something, that is what will be followed and not the act. If you guys have not agreed anything, that is when the law will come into picture. Understood? Pakka na? Yes sir. And that is one thing. Okay. If there is anything else, I'll tell you. Okay. So next one is people. Now let us come back to your agreement enforceable by law is called a contract. Yes, people. Now what do you mean by agreement? You guys said something written terms and conditions. Now generally what do I say as a what is that agreement? Imagine people, I was sitting alone. I just wrote down some terms and conditions. Machat, from tomorrow you come at 3:45. Go at 9 o'clock. Terms and conditions. I wrote it for myself. Now is it an agreement? Why? You guys only said no. A written document with terms and conditions. It is? Okay, it has to be between two parties. Why two parties are coming into picture? Because it is an? Okay. Because it is an agreement, two parties has to be there. Yes, sir. More than two is also possible, sir. Yes, sir. Generally, what is an agreement, people? Imagine I will come and ask you, I am going to teach law. Are you guys interested to join my classes? I gave you guys one. Now, whatever I did, what is this called? I came and asked you guys, I am going to teach law. Are you guys interested to join? Now, whatever I did, what is this called? Sir, this is called as offer. Agreed, Yes, sir. Now, few of you might be interested. Few of you might not be interested. Now, if you guys say yes, sir, offer plus acceptance. Now, this becomes an agreement. What do you mean by I agree? Agree means what? You have accepted something. For accepting something, someone should have asked you something, no? That's the reason the first thing that starts in the contract is called as an offer. Someone gave you an offer to do something. Anna, will you drop me? Auto. So the offer was given, acceptance was given. You guys travel from one place to another place. Now this becomes an agreement. Agreed? Yes, sir. Okay. Now after this you said something called as enforceable by law. Now what do you mean by enforceable by law? As you said, now whenever there are two parties, when they have agreed on something, according to the agreement they have agreed, but Book My Show cancelled the show. Now what will you do? You will go and file a case. Agreed? Yes. Now will the court support you? Will the court support you in this case? Will it support you or not? It will support you, right? Provided court will ask you few questions. If at all you are satisfying certain conditions, only then I will support. Not every contract will be supported by the court. Only few contracts which are legal, valid will be supported by the court. Not everything will be supported by the court. Sir, what are the conditions that you are telling that we have to satisfy so that the court will help us? What are those conditions? That conditions only we can call it as essential elements. It is called as essential elements of a valid contract. So sir, if you have offer, if you have acceptance, if you are satisfying the essential elements of a valid contract, now this will become a contract. Understood? Yes, okay, write this down. Copy down. Copy down. Now, under this essential elements, I can classify this into essential elements not given under section 10. Next one is essential elements given under section 10. Essential elements not given under section 10. Essential elements given under section 10. Done now? Yes, now. Now you guys can classify this into two different topics. I'll be writing under that only. You guys can have it as two different headings and you guys can write about it. So the first one, let us write on essential elements which is not given under section 10. Now what are those essential elements which is not given under section 10? Write down. I'll be writing 5. You guys can make it as a different heading and write it down. First one is two parties. Next one is intention to create legal relationship. Other formalities to be complied. It has to be certain. It has to be possible to perform. Done now? Copy down. Yes. Okay. So now what is this essential elements of a valid contract? What is it called as given under section 10? What is this not given under section 10? Okay. Now try to understand, people. First of all, do you guys know what do you mean by a word called section? What do you mean by word called section? Heard of it? What is a section called? What is section? They will generally say no, section 420. What is this word called section? Why do we call it a section? Some divisions. Yes. Now, Indian Contract Act is like your textbook. The complete textbook is called as your Indian Contract Act. Now, people, under this Indian Contract Act, there are various topics given. Agreed? Now, even if you look at your accounts or whatever chapters it is, now under one heading, there will be lot of topics. Yes. So for the lot of topics, they will give one title, and that one title given is called as chapter. Agreed? Under chapter, you will have lot of topics. Under topics, you will have lot of subtopics. This is how your books will be. Yes or no? Now in the same way, people, even the law is made. There is one textbook. Now imagine this textbook is nothing but an act. Indian Contract Act is a textbook. Now this textbook has a various topics, and the topics is also called as chapters only in the act also. We call it as chapters only. Now under the chapter, sir, there are various topics. Now how do you refer to a specific topic? Now if I have to show it to you, okay. Now can you see this? This is the Bare Act. Bare Act means people directly we are seeing the law that was passed in the parliament. This is the book. Agreed? So sir, the first one says the Act, Indian Contract Act. Okay. Can you see chapter 1? Communication or acceptance or revocation of proposal. That's the chapter. Now under this chapter there are so many topics. Can you see the topics? Communication or acceptance or revocation. That is only your chapter 1 also. Agreed? Now people, you imagine in between lawyers when they are discussing. Now I have to refer to one topic. Let us imagine revocation how made, the fourth one. Revocation how made. Now if I have to give a reference to this particular topic, how do I give a reference? The reference to this topic is given by a section, and that is only called as section 5. So whenever I say section 5 of Indian Contract Act, that means you will have to open the book. In that particular topic, revocation how made is coming under that particular topic. Got a fair idea how it is made? Now in the same way. Now can you see that section 10? What agreements are contracts? So when does an agreement become a contract? There are some conditions you need to satisfy. So we are seeing that section 10. So whenever I say section, section is nothing but people a reference given to a particular topic. Understood? Yes sir. Now let us open some section. Okay. Now there is this something called as acceptance must be absolute. Something of this sort is there. Now there is 7. Agreed? Now under 7 there is 1 also written. 2 also written. Now how do you give a reference to that first paragraph? How do you give a reference to the second paragraph? You call it as subsection. Getting a fair idea? I am just telling you pure how to read law, not there in our syllabus. Just the basics, because going forward I will be telling you section, subsection. That means when I am saying section 7, subsection 1, that means I am giving a reference to that first line. Be absolute and unqualified. That is what is the reference I am giving. Getting a fair idea, na? Sir, now further if at all I take it in the same way. Now imagine, there is 2, there is A. Can you see that A? A. Now how will I give a reference to that A? Sir, A again reference, A is referred as A only. Now in the law, in the legal terminology, what do I refer A as? Sub. Second subsection, no? So we refer it as clause. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. Yes sir. So people clause A. Now imagine sir, you guys might have a question. Sir, under that also if something is there, subclause. Generally that is where until that extent a law will go. So now if I have to put everything, first comes act, next comes section, next comes subsection, next comes clause, subclause. Understood? Got a fair idea, na? Yes sir. Sir, now I have a doubt sir. When we made a law, this is what we have agreed. Where he holds a real or apparent authority. People look at this, lawmakers are only gender biased. What is it? Where he holds, shall we do some women empowerment movement? Where he, how unfair is this? People remember in the law you can see references given as he or she in many places. They wouldn't write both. They wouldn't have written. You can see a reference given to as he. In some places they would have given a reference to she. That is there. Now I have a question. Think and answer. Girls. Specifically they have said where he holds a real authority, something they have given. Does that subsection apply to you guys? Adike think and answer ande. Is it applicable to you? Is it applicable to you? For you guys applicable, I know. I'm telling for them, is it applicable to you? Tilde, it is applicable. Then why did they use the word he? She's like, obviously it's applicable, sir. Then why did they write he? Why? Why da? No. Why did they write he then? Remember, there is one act. You guys will be studying this in CA Inter. It's called as General Clauses Act. In that act, it is written, wherever it is written as he, it includes she. Wherever it is written as she, it includes he. But this act or this thing can have exceptions. Meaning there is something called as a Maternity Benefit Act. In the entire Maternity Benefit Act, the words will be she only. And it is she only. She does not include he. Nangu raja beku sir. You will not get leave. So that's what they are saying. In certain cases, there will be exceptions. But if that is not the case, wherever he is written, it includes she. Wherever she is written, it includes he. I'll ask you one more question. He means, is it singular or plural? Now for how many people is this particular law applicable? Is it to one or two? They have written he, no? Again, So now say for example, they will say, now I'll tell you one reference given in Companies Act. If at all you do not file some forms with ROC, he will be liable to a penalty of 10,000. It is written in Companies Act. Some form is not filed with ROC, he will be liable for a penalty of 10,000. Now in a company, there are totally 5 directors. Now they are coming and telling her, I will not be liable, all 5 will not be liable because the law has written he will be liable for 10,000. So amongst 5, only one person is liable. All 5 of us are not liable. Now you guys tell me, law has written as he. Does it include everyone or does it include only one person? Include one or everyone? He, them, something like that we have studied. When they write he, that means are they referring to one person or everyone? Again, General Clauses Act says, wherever it is written as singular, it can be plural. Wherever it is plural, it can be written as singular. So here he is written, that doesn't become only one person. All the 5 of them will be liable. Not a fair idea, na? All of this is given under one more act called as General Clauses Act. Not a fair idea? Yes. So sir, how do I now interpret the law, sir? So chapter, topic will be written as section. Now under that comes subsection. Under that comes clause. Under this comes subclause. So if I have to give you an example, it will be, say for example, section 5, subsection 1, clause A, subclause 1. That's how a law can be interpreted or read. Is it clear, all of you? Yes. So sir, now what we are going to study first? Now we are going to study for something called as section 10 of Indian Contract Act. Is this clear, all of you? Okay. Now under section 10, they have given certain conditions. They have given. Now there are some conditions which is not given under section 10 also. We have to read that as well. So now we have a doubt. If it is given under section 10, we have to read, it makes sense. If it is not given under section 10, then how did this even come into picture? If it is given under section 10, that means something is there in the act. We are reading that. If it is not given under section 10, then where is it given or who gave it? And why should we read it? So what is not given under section 10, people, this can be given by judges in various case laws. The lawmaker cannot include everything in the act. Probably, see, it is 1872. In 1930, 1940, some topics came which was not covered in the act. I had to include. That is when it will make sense. Some authors might have included because it is making sense. And that's how another segment was created. It is not given under section 10. But in various cases it was proven that if at all it is to be a contract, these things has to be there. various cases, various authors, various jurists, they have given this interpretation. So now what we are going to see, we'll be seeing what authors, judges have given also, we'll be seeing what the lawmaker has given also, and that's why we have bifurcated into what is given under section 10, what is not given under section 10. Got a fair idea? Yes. Now first let us read what is not given under section 10. As you guys rightly said, people, if at all we need to enter into a contract, if a contract has to be valid, the first thing that is required is, people, there has to be two parties. One party cannot enter into a contract with himself. There has to be two parties involved. Agreed? So that's not given under section 10. But is it required? Yes, it is required. One person cannot enter into a contract. Understood? So first essential element. So write down two parties. Can these two parties, can it be company or it should be only individuals? What do you think? Can be company also. So remember, these parties can be natural person as well as artificial person. Natural person as well as artificial person. Natural person as well as artificial person. Yes. Okay. Intention to create legal relationship. Intention to create legal relationship. Copy down. Yes, sir. Now what is this intention to create legal relationship? Concentrate, people. Now imagine, now there are two people. What is your name now? Jitendra. Okay. What is your name now? Arvind. Okay. Now Jitendra and Arvind are there, people. Now they became both best friends. Tomorrow morning, Jitendra decides, I have to go to gym. Yesterday I saw Salman Khan body. Nanu hange aveko. Jitendra decides he wants to go to a gym. So he asks Arvind also, Arvind, I want to go to gym. Do you want to also come along with me? Arvind says, yes, even I also want to come. At what time? Jitendra says, let us go to Rao Kala 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock in the morning, the best Murtha, we will only go and open the shutter. That will also become workout for us. So they decided to go to the gym at 5 o'clock. Jitendra said, is it okay with you, Arvind? 5 o'clock, is it okay with you? Arvind said, hey, double okay da. We'll go at 5 o'clock only. Pakka, I'll be waiting. You just come a bike, you don't even stop like that only, I'll jump. So Ange will go off. So people, they decided that they'll go to the gym at 5 o'clock from tomorrow morning. Jitendra, people, he got up, Papa, he got ready. He came, a bike, he didn't even stop. In front of the PGs roaming only. Because he said, I'll come and jump directly. No. So he's standing in front of Arvind's PG, waiting for Arvind to come down so that they can go to gym. But Arvind did not come down at all. It is 4:55. Arvind didn't come at all. 5 o'clock. Arvind didn't come at all. 5:10, 5:20, 5:30. Arvind didn't come at all. Jitendra was very disappointed. First day only, every aase, nirase, everything went off. Now people, Jitendra hange didn't even stop the bike. Like that only went to police station. Inside like that only he went and he said, Your Honor, there is a breach of contract. Yesterday only I studied Indian Contract Act. Wherever there is a contract breach, I can file a case. File a case on Arvind, Your Honor. So you want, Jitendra wants to file a case on Arvind. Now you tell me, people, can Jitendra file a case or not? Why da? There is no. There is no. And no even ಹೇಳ್ರು, there is no. There is there is no proof. Okay, wait. What is your name? The red t-shirt? Abdul. Abdul says, now even the police also said the same thing. What is the proof? Abdul says, Your Honor, मैंने देखा. So Abdul comes into the picture. Yes, sir. And now tell me, there is a proof. Abdul, eyewitness. Yes, sir. Now tell me, people. There is no. He might be a liar. There is no signature. It is not written. Now people, Jitendra learnt his lesson. Next day he went back. Okay, no written, no. He called Arvind and comes, hey, come to Arvind. Sign here. Jitendra signed. Arvind signed. And of course, witness. Abdul also signed. Yes, sir. Now everything is in written, people. Yes, sir. Now people, next day again same thing. Arvind didn't get up. 10 minutes he waited. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, people. Again he didn't come, people. Jitendra guy. Now he directly went to again police station. Your Honor, take, see paper. Witness is also there. I got him also. Papa, he was drinking coffee. Ange coffee jate, ange he came off. Now people tell me, can I file a case on him or not? Why paper also is there, Noda? That's normal paper. Okay, we entered into a bond paper, thick paper. Now, kg cardboard is fine. Then what do you want? Stamp duty. Stamp. He stamped. Put it down 3 times he stamped. Now? It is not legal? Legal seal is not there? Seal, couldn't you put one seal, Ada? Remember, one thing can I say? Okay. Now can I say one thing, people? One thing that is coming to your mind, this is something like a silly matter, which may happen 100 times between friends. It keeps on happening, right? For example, in a house, imagine if there is a newly married couple and all. Now, husband will be making 100 promises to wife. Chinna, in next birthday 1 kg chinna kortine. Yes, I will tell for your next birthday 1 kg gold I will give you. Husband will be telling, but he will not even give a phone ring also. Yes. Now, can you tell me, people, can a wife go and file a case on the husband? Why? 1 kg gold has no value? Silly matter. 1 kg gold. Because when you guys agreed, he said, yes, I will give you gold. She said, yes, I want gold. Both of it was agreed. But did you guys had a thought, if you don't give it, I will take you to the court. Did you guys have this thought when you guys were agreeing on it? Now, did Jitendra had a thought, Arvind, if you don't come, I'll take you to the court. Did you have a thought when you were calling him for the gym? No, your intention was taking him to the gym, not to the court. Agreed, huh? Yes, sir. But the first thing when I said about Book My Show, the immediate thing you guys said is, I'll take him to the court. What is the difference? Silly matter only, no? One movie, your life will come to an end. Can't you guys compromise? No, sir. Paid, no. Commercial contracts. In commercial contracts, you have a very negative intention. What is the intention? If you don't do, I will take you to the court. You have a right by default in a commercial contract. Commercial means what? What do you mean by commercial? Money. Got it? Agreed? And there is a second type of contracts. You cannot say always commercial is money. Commercial can be also that you guys enter with an outsider, not someone you know. Can be called as commercial also. Whereas, where did Jitendra come under? Where did the husband Chinna ring? Where did they come under? They all come under one house. And that house is called as domestic contracts. Domestic means what? Anything that comes in the house. Who stays in the house? Stranger stays. No, it's all the known people. So remember, there are 2 agreements. It is called as social agreements and domestic agreements. Social and domestic agreements. What is social and domestic? Something which you guys enter with your known people. I'm not saying just because you are entering it with a known people, they are not contracts. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you enter into a contract with the known people, you do not have an intention of commercial nature. If they do not do, you do not have a thought of taking them into the court. Thu yen guru. Okay. Done. Understood? So, sir, now how can we write, sir, with husband and wife, the thought is not there, Jitendra thought is not there, Book My Show thought is there. What is all this, sir? That only is called as intention to create legal relationship. So, in the Book My Show case, it's a commercial contract. You guys wanted to enter into a contract legally. Nothing is domestic. You are serious about your contract. It is legally enforceable according to you from day one. Yes sir. Sir, Jitin naven mat illegal madadva. It's not illegal. What you guys made is called as domestic. You did not have the thought. And that's what we write it as absence of intention to enter into a legal relationship. Understood? Pakkana? Okay. Now listen carefully. One day what happened, people? One husband, one wife. They were in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka. Yes sir. So one day wife said, Chinna, it is boring here. Let us go to somewhere. So they decided to go to England. So when they were in England, people, all of a sudden, Chinna fell sick. All of a sudden she started coughing. Blood came. Usual filmy style. Immediately they rushed to the hospital. In the hospital, the doctor said, Chinna is not well. Chinna cannot go back to Sri Lanka. Why? The Sri Lanka's weather conditions does not suit Chinna. Chinna will feel even more sicker if something happens in Sri Lanka. So as a doctor, I am advising you leave the wife in England and you go back to Sri Lanka. Husband said happily, okay, Your Honor. Husband went back. Yes, sir. Now people, so this was agreed between husband and wife that she will continue to take the medical treatment in England. And husband decided to go back to Sri Lanka. Why? Because he has job there. He is working there. So he has to go back and report to his job. Now when all of this happened, wife felt a little insecure because she has to meet expenses when she is in other country. The husband said, you don't worry, when he is going back to Sri Lanka, he said, you don't worry, every month I'll be sending you money order. You don't worry about it. And he said that, and Chinna was also satisfied now, and the husband went back to Sri Lanka. Month 1, he sent the money order. Chinna happy, husband happy, all happy. Month 2, he sent the money order. Chinna happy, husband happy, all happy. Month 3, money order was not sent. Chinna unhappy, husband unhappy. Month 4, money order not sent. Chinna double unhappy. Tom. Now people, one letter was written back to husband. Hey, did you forget? 1 month I can adjust. 2 months. Send it. Tom. Now husband came running. He came and said, I will not give. He said, I will not give even 1 rupee because I nowhere agreed in writing that I will be giving you money. Husband denied making the payment. Tom went to court now. She said, Your Honor, my husband promised me to pay a particular amount every first of the month as whatever is the medical expenses, and he promised to take care of me. He is not keeping up his promise. He broke his promise. Contract was there. Offer, money will be given. Acceptance, money will be taken. Sir, offer plus acceptance, contract broken, no. Contract act, I can come to court, book my show, I came. Now please, Your Honor, give me justice. You tell me who will win, husband or wife. This is a real case law. Who will win? Husband or wife? Husband or wife? Boys will support husband. Girls? Ade alva. Wife should win, obviously. Sir, who cares what happened? Girl will support girl. Boy will support boy. Now people, listen carefully. Whatever I say, how much ever emotion I add, do not forget one thing. This is equivalent to that gold only. Chinna, I'll give you 1 kg gold on your birthday. Basically, what am I telling people? Amongst the closely held people, on the day when the husband promised to the wife that every month I'll be sending you money order, I promised, I am only agreeing, I promised. But did we have an intention that if you do not give me the gold, I will take you to the court? Did you guys have this intention when the promise was made? The answer is no. This will come under domestic and social agreements. Remember, whenever it is a domestic or social agreements, the intention to create a legal binding relationship you never had. If you only never had a legal or the intention to create a legal relationship, if you only do not have, the courts won't help you. In a commercial contract, the law says you guys had an intention that if the person does not perform, I will take him to the court. You guys had this intention. In a domestic case, that intention will not be there. Because of that, people, wife lost the case, husband won the case, and this case only is called as, write down, Balfour versus Balfour. Started. English people will start coming now. Balfour versus Balfour. Understood? Yes. So in this case only this entire thing was decided that because there was no intention to create legal relationship between the parties, the court won't come for your help. This case will not be admitted in the court at all. Court won't take up your case at all because you guys never had an intention. Understood? So remember, I am writing a note here. In a commercial contract, intention to create legal relationship is presumed to be present amongst the parties in the contract. Yes, sir. Whereas in the social or domestic agreements, intention to create legal relationship is not present, or you can write is not presumed to be present in the contract. See if you guys are able to understand the note. If you still want to understand it better, you guys can write an example also. Example of Indian, for the first one, this can be your book my showcase. Will you guys will be able to recall? Yes, I think if you read the word book my showcase, you should be able to know that is what we had discussed in the class. Here, we have already written Balfour versus Balfour. Husband versus wife. Sir, you said one person cannot enter into a contract. Then how come in this case the same person is entering into a contract? Wow. Correct? Balfour versus Balfour. Husband versus wife, sir. It is actually Mr. Balfour versus Mrs. Balfour. It is husband versus wife. Yeah, how da? Mistakes of Bahubali. You only search on YouTube and all. You'll make a video. See here, this arrow is there. Here it is not there. Understood? Olivia, Jitender, understood? Yes. Kobida? Yes, sir. Okay. Next one, sir. Other formalities to be complied. What is other formalities? Okay. People, tell me one thing, people. A gave money to B. A gave 1 lakh rupees to B. B promised to repay this 1 lakh after 6 months. And how did we promise people? We promised orally. B promised to repay this 1 lakh after 6 months orally. After 6 months, people, B went to A to ask this 1 lakh. A said, I will not repay this 1 lakh, do whatever you want. Now B wants to go and file a case on A because he did not keep up his promise. Now they have come to the court. Now you guys tell me whether B will be, okay, whether will B win this case or not? Whether B will win the case or not? A will win. Who filed the case? B filed the case. Yaru kottiddu? A gave. B has to repay. B did not repay. So A filed a case. Okay, first question is, can A file a case? A can file a case. So whether, who will win? A will win or B will win? A will win. Okay, wait. How many of you think A will win? How many of you think B will win? Who will win? Judge will win. B will win. How many of you think B will win? Okay, why B? Yes, what's your name? Me. Rachana. Yes, Rachana. Because B is on my side, sir. No? Okay, it's because, oh, correct. Oh, is it? I don't know, I'm asking. Oral agreements are valid, people? I did not say, hey, in Kotila, I'll take you to the court. Sir, intention to create a legal relationship. That's why you wrote a note. In a commercial contract, whether you agree or not, the intention is presumed. What do you mean by presumed? It is assumed. You need not exchange the words. It is assumed. People remember, what is that? According to Indian Contract Act, oral agreements are also valid. Written agreements are also valid. Now, can A go and file a case on B? The answer is yes. Now, whether A will win, will A win? That we don't know. According to the act, what I can say, whether you can come to the court or not, I will say yes, you can come to the court. I can say, sir, orally B had agreed to repay. The court will say, what's the proof? And now we don't know. According to the law, what am I saying? Will I help you? Yes, I'll help you. Come. I will help you. Come to the court. I will take up the case. But you have to come with evidence. Now I don't know how you will prove. That is your headache. Yes, sir. Now it is your absolute discretion. Now again we may call one more person. Now you guys can have a doubt. How do we prove, sir? You can call again the same person. Who? Abdul. Sir, na. Okay. Now, meaning what I am saying, people, for oral agreement agreed, but can there be a witness for your transaction? The answer is yes. A witness can come and say, yes, this person took the money. I saw it. Yes, chances are there. Yes, chances there. Sir, second one, how else you can prove? As you said, you can show it through your transactions. Can you prove? Yes, you can prove. Sir, how else I can prove? Imagine in the same room you took the money. Can I take CC camera evidence? Yes, you can take. So, all these are the ways, yes, it may be considered. But the opponent will say, sir, that is not me, sir, that is AI. AI, yaar sir, nowadays you guys are seeing that, right? The fake videos that can be made. Then people 5 years, 8 years back only they used to say that's not me. Now though that is, remember people, just because you have a video, it is not a sufficient evidence today. Audio though, don't even ask. You can't prove anything with audio. Anything you can't prove. Because obviously I'll say it's not my voice. Or, hey, what is that movie in Kannada? Punit Rajkumar's movie, last movie. I think James, there was a movie, and the issue around James was the shooting was done, but before the dubbing happened, Punit Rajkumar passed away. And we didn't know how to match the voice. They tried something and all. Correct? They tried dubbing artists, everything, and ultimately Shivraj Kumar, I think, gave him the voiceover. Yes? But today's date, can you bring in the same voice? Yes, you can bring in the same voice. 100% you can bring in. You just search people in YouTube from Narendra Modi's voice, they have uploaded one song only. And yesterday or day before yesterday, my mother was playing it. She was saying, me, Sida, Modi is singing. What do you say? I said, yes, good that he sent you. What do you say then? No, I can't say, no mom, it's ChatGPT, they will do something and all. Okay. Now what I'm saying is, now to that extent the evidences can go away. You can't prove anything. So that those days are gone. That's the reason today everything is written and it has to be in signatures. All this only will be valid. Clear all of you? Got this? Yes? Okay, write down. What is that? No, sorry. Why did we come under this? Other formalities to be complied. According to Indian Contract Act, a contract can be oral or written. Whereas, let us imagine, I want to buy an insurance policy. You want to take an insurance for your bike. Yes? Now the insurance company will also say, sir, pay 1,500. If you meet with an accident, we will come and pay. You will say, sir, give it in writing. Sir, according to Indian Contract Act, oral or valid, you go, sir. If anything happens, we will pay you. Correct? No, oral agreements are valid. Why do you want it in writing? Trust them, da. Indian Contract Act says oral is valid, no? Indian Contract Act is saying you prove however you want. So, to avoid this confusion, insurance, no. For insurance, there is a different act. And that insurance, that different act is called as IRDA. Andamadri IRDA alla. This is Insurance Regulatory Development Authority. Meaning, a body created to take care of insurance. Now, IRDA Act says, you have to make sure all the insurance acts are in writing. Oral is not valid. Now, it's a contract only. A contract between you and an insurance company is a contract. But it also comes under Insurance Act. Another act says something, you have to follow the other act also. Understood? That's what they have written. Other formalities, if any, to be complied. Write down example. Insurance contracts. Yes, I'll correct. Even the, what is that? Signatures can also be fake. Forgery can happen. Yes, agreed. Then how do we prove? It's again a lawyer's job. How you prove is what is the case, no? For example, have you guys watched Drishyam in your respective languages? In all the languages there, I believe you guys have watched. You have watched? Yes, sir. Did the girl's family kill the boy? Yes, sir. You guys have watched Drishyam or not? Yes, did the girl's family kill the boy? Yes, sir. Who won the case? Who killed the boy? But who won the case? Under what grounds? Was it under self-defense? No. They say you could not prove. Visuals can be deceiving. Evidence. Today's date, remember, avella hoytu. Innocent, one innocent, 100 criminals. All that is done. Avella first chapter. Second chapter says, whoever has the evidence will win. If you can prove, you will win. If you cannot prove, you will lose. That's all. As simple as that. Because you think from the court's point of view. I have to give a judgment on based on what you guys can prove. If that is not the case, how do you expect me to say you did the mistake or you did the mistake? How do you expect me to say? Drishyam is the best example. It is left to you how you prove. I'll tell you one of the best example also. What is this person's name? What is this person? Jack Sparrow. ಏನು ಹೆಸರು? Pirates of the Caribbean. Amber is a wife. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp versus Amber. Recently, I hope you guys know, the divorce case was going. Amber filed for domestic abuse and she asked for compensation. Everything is there in public domain. If possible, watch the court recordings. Wonderful. See, in the room, only Johnny Depp and Amber know what happened. Whether it is right or wrong also, at least Drishyam, they have shown us that they have killed, we know. Now this we don't know at all. Wonderful. Just watch it. Everything is there on YouTube. The real life court scenarios, recordings is there on YouTube. See how Johnny Depp's lawyer proves that my client has not done domestic violence. Wonderful. That is the Johnny Depp's lawyer proves that Amber's character is not nice. In terms of she gives lot of promises, she will not hold upon that promises. She has said that she will be donating money. She has not yet donated money. So like that she will be giving fake promises. So what this lawyer will do, she will bring down the reputation of the other person in the court. Basically what I am trying to do, whatever you are trying to say, I am trying to prove whatever you say is not right. It is false. And of course, on pictures and all, they prove something. It's very nice. Watch it. So evidence is one. But now I don't know. I cannot say Johnny Depp did not hit Amber. Because it was a, complete case started from there only. Amber had bruises on her face. She said Johnny Depp hit her. Now you tell me, he might have only hit, or she might have fallen somewhere, or movie thing, I will only hit, I'll go and file a case. Now who knows? Again, it is absolutely people, evidence. And in this case, yes, Johnny Depp was able to prove that I did not do anything. Understood? Yes, sir. Okay. So other formalities to be complied. If it is insurance contracts, people, it has to be in writing. If it is transfer of immovable property, what is transfer of immovable property? Land, building. If you want to sell your land, building and all, it has to be in writing only. Need not be always fixed assets. You can say land, building, all this. Yes. Transfer of immovable property, it should be in writing. Should be in writing, and not only that, it should also be registered. Understood? Transfer of immovable property. So if you want to sell a immovable property in India, it is not only, it should be in writing. It should also be registered according to the law. Meaning what? You have to go to a sub-registrar office, a signature has to be taken, in the records, your name, the new buyer's name has to be written. Until then, the sale will be invalid. So contract, I am selling my land, there ends the matter, no? First of all, it has to be in writing. There is one act only called as TOPA. TOPA. What is this? Transfer of Property Act. According to this, the instrument, if you want to sell a land, it has to be in writing. Until then, it is not complete. Got it? Yes, sir. So, what is the third condition? Other formalities to be complied. If other laws say something else, if this contract has to be valid, even those other things also has to be satisfied. Got it? Yes, sir. Okay. Next one, people. Certain. What is certain? Okay, let us take for example, I go to a shop. A goes to a shop and A says, I want 100 kgs of rice. The shopkeeper said, okay sir, you don't worry, I will send you by evening. You go home. So he agreed to deliver the rice to the A's house. Now people, as promised, the shopkeeper did not deliver the rice. Now A wants to file a case on the shopkeeper. Now my question to you, is this a valid contract? So can I file a case or not? Commercial, obviously. I can file or not? Tell that only, confident. Can I file or not? Yes, people, you can't file. Reason is, people, The shopkeeper now says that I have promised to give you 100 kgs of rice. Okay. Now what is the price? Let us imagine the price is also 10,000 rupees. That is what was agreed. And shopkeeper did not deliver. Now you will go to the court. The court will say, hey shopkeeper, you should deliver, Noda, you agreed. Okay, shopkeeper will deliver. What he will deliver? You know this dosa rice, idli rice, you know this? You know that there are, yes, he will deliver that rice. Now A will again come and say, Your Honor, this is not what we agreed. Then what did you agree? Your Honor, we just agreed on rice. Yes, but what do I order in my court? I will say, yes, the shopkeeper has to give rice to A. Which rice should he give? Your contract is not specific. If the contract is not specific, the court will say, get out. When you are not clear, court can't help you. Correct. I am saying you have agreed on rice on the bill. Which rice? Hey, Sona Masuri? Black rice, red rice, pink rice? They have to mention. Here they did not mention. Here in exam also I'll write, he should have mentioned. That's what your exam question will be. Yes, sir. So, what they are saying you, they are trying to tell you that a contract has to be certain. Certain means what? It should not be vague. I will give you 100 liters of oil. For you it signs that oil is, yes, it's certain. But what oil? Coconut oil, groundnut oil, yenano oil. Agreed? So which oil is the contract standing for? Because if the court has to support you, in the court's judgment I have to give you a right judgment. What shall I write here? You only have not agreed on anything. Court will not accept this case at all. That is only the next thing. What? Certain. So what do you mean by that? It should not be vague. It should not be vague. That is, it should be definite. It should not be vague, it should be definite. If you want, write down example. You can write 100 kgs of rice. Highlight rice so that you will know it is vague. Yes, sir. Next ones are possible to perform. Possible to perform. What is this possible to perform, sir? Now, okay, listen. Now, Jitendra will come to me now. Sir, nan barala, sir. You will come. Imagine. Yes, sir. Now, Jitendra comes to me and says, sir, I don't know what happened, sir. I should pass law as well as the entire CA foundation in distinction, sir. That is what I need to do. I don't know how you will help me. I will give you 1 lakh rupees, sir. I have to pass. I'll say, Jitendra, then don't worry. I will take calendar. I'll see 14th, Amavasya. Okay, Jitendra, do one thing. On 14th Amavasya, early morning 1 o'clock, bring 3 lemons, 2 chilies, 2 cut Bevin Sopo. Nemo. How many marks you want? Jitendra will ask. Sir, 300. Okay, Jitendra, the process is very simple. How many ever marks you want? I have to hit it so many times with this Bevin Sopo, neem stick, tush, you will get 1 mark. So like this, you tell me how many marks you want. So he said, I want 300. 300 times I hit him left and right, people. Papa, he also took every pain, each and every bit of the pain. And on the result day, he said again, 2 lemons, I told him, that day you have to cut and you have to squeeze and you have to drink the juice and then you check the result. You also drank, the result came, people. Now let us imagine there is some other person, Mr. A. He checked the result, people. The result was not favorable. Now Mr. A wants to file a case on me. Sir, he said, sir, boo-dush. I took boo-dush 300 times, sir. Illinde nodi red. I want to file a case on him, sir. Now tell me, people, whether you will win the case or not. Why? Overall, signature witness is also there, Noda. What more you want?
It's not legal.
So the court will ask you, Jitendra, I understand everything da, but little you also think da, will it work out da? Huh? I understand everything, but will that work? So sir, courts won't help magics. Logics come to me. If someone has said, in Hakput, I'll tell you what you will become in next 5 years, don't come to me. If it is logic, come to me. Magic don't come to me. That is what it is. Possible to perform. What is possible to perform? See, this is a simple thing. It is not possible to perform. Like this, what and all can come. Now imagine what comes under possible to perform. Okay. Let us imagine there is a person called as Karan Johar. Karan Johar was really impressed with MS Dhoni movie success. Now they will plan to do MS Dhoni part 2. Probably IPL journey and retirement and all. Yes, sir. Now they plan to do MS2. So they again signed a contract with Sushant Singh Rajput. They signed also. But after this contract happened, people, because of some reason, Sushant Singh Rajput passed away. Now you tell me, Karan Johar will go and say, no, I want to make this movie. How will you perform this contract? What will happen to the contract? Is it possible to perform? Because of the death, the contract will come to an end. You have entered into a valid contract, I agree. But I can't do anything. It is impossible to perform. The contract will come to an end. Death is one of the example. Understood? Pakkana? Yes, sir. That is called as possible to perform. Example?
Then what about certain scams? Then they also are promising certain stuff that they can't give you, obviously. But then if
Okay, I'll tell you one thing. Imagine, can you earn okay, if I say, can you earn 4 lakh rupees for each ball you bowl? Will you believe this contract or not? I'll tell you, you come and bowl a ball, bowling, cricket bowling. For each ball, I'll give you 4 lakh rupees for one ball you bowl. Now, is this believable or not? No. But Mitchell Stark is getting no. Pat Cummins is getting no. For each legal delivery they are bowling in IPL, they are getting 4 lakh rupees per ball they bowl. Is it believable? No. For me, it is sounding like magic only. How many? He just have to walk 20 steps. Wide also is okay. You're getting 4 lakh rupees. Then, so you can never define fraud as magic, because they are telling you that you have to come, you have to work, you have to click this link, you will be getting something. They are making you believe, and it is not magic, because they are telling you there is an opportunity, everything they will tell, and they are cheating you. Cheating is what? They will make you believe and they will cheat you, and for you it is believable, and that's when it becomes cheating. Agreed? I'll tell you one thing. See, now imagine you give me 1 crore rupees, I'll give you 22 lakhs return. That is nothing but 22%. You can imagine is a rate of return. Is it believable? 22%, isn't it believable? Now, I earn more than 22%. Mutual funds. Mutual funds will give you close to 40, 60. I have funds which is giving me 250, 260% and all. 260. Take 220% only. 22 is, once you guys come into the industry, you will know 22 is nothing. It is extremely believable. Okay, don't even take 22. Imagine I'll tell you 18%. Is it believable? You give me 1 crore, I'll give you 18% rate of return. Is it believable? Believable, na? Now it is believable. 18 at least is believable. Okay. Now I took 1 crore. You gave 1 crore. Every agreements and all, everything was made. He took 1 crore, he ran away. Now, who is that person, sir? A story of a person who was there in the second floor, in the same building. It was a venture capital fund. He raised money from close to 7 to 8 people. He raised a corpus of around 6 crore rupees. What is venture capital? I will take money from you. I will further invest into beautiful companies. That's how venture capitals work. He took. As he said, he invested. But he didn't tell where he invested. He ran away. 6 crore rupees, all the police investigation, everything happened. They took our signature for close to 2 months. All our entry, exits, everything was monitored. because FIR was filed. Now this is called cheating, fraud. Now was it believable? Yes, it is believable. Agreements, office only set up. So thin line of difference. What is possible? Yes, there are some things which is you can definitely not believe it. Certain believable. Then you will call it as fraud. Clear? Yes, sir. Sir, can Indian Contract Act, can it be applicable to services? Yes, applicable. Now teaching comes under services. Now what happened between us is a contract only. It is applicable. Yes. Yes, sir. Possible to perform. Next one, write down essential elements which is given under section 10. Given under section 10. Given under section 10. I'll be writing 6. Plan your page accordingly. First one is offer and acceptance. Offer and acceptance. Next one is called as free consent. Third one, capacity of the parties. Capacity of the parties. Fourth one, consideration. Fifth one, lawful object. Lawful object and consideration. Fifth one, last one, not expressly declared void. Not expressly declared void. Not expressly declared void. Copy down. Yes, sir. So these are the 6 conditions which is given under section 10. Clear all of you? Yes. Now concentrate, people. We have seen what is not given under section 10, what is given under section 10. Agreed? What is given under section 10, I will not be teaching everything here only, because this entire 6 conditions is your next 3 units. Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3. Each condition is a topic. Because it is given in the Act, we will be going in detail. So again, let us not write it here. We will be going for each of the rule, we will be going in detail. Yes. So for example, once this is done, now we will go for a break. Sir, that's all. There ends our clock. Don't say anything after the word break. Wherever, now after the break, we'll be starting from offer and acceptance. That is our first rule. We'll be seeing what is an offer, what are the rules of the offer, what is a valid offer, that we'll be seeing, and then we'll come to acceptance, and that's how the entire thing will be made. But before that, I'll see, if possible, we'll see what are different types of contracts, and then we'll go to the offer. We'll see what we'll do. We'll place it accordingly. Clear? So next entire second unit, chapter 2, unit 2, is this one word only is the entire chapter, consideration. That's your entire unit. So you'll be going in detail. Got the point? Yes. Okay. So let's go for a break and come. Let's meet after the break. 20 minutes. Come back. 6:12. Come back at 6:12. Class will resume at 6:12. Not expressly declared void. Void. What is void and all we'll see. That is only the next we have in detail. Every word written on the board will be explained. Don't worry.